To neglect the kiss of greeting would be like openly ignoring someone. It'd be like inviting somebody into your house and then not acknowledging that they're there. The second thing that was customary when you brought a dinner guest in your home was you would wash their feet. You would have a servant wash their feet. If you really honored them, you would wash their feet yourself. But at the very least, you'd give them water to wash their own feet. And for a special guest, you would anoint their head with olive oil. So here we have, I just want us to get this today. So here we have God in the flesh, Jesus, being invited to the guest, to be the guest of a Pharisee who's supposed to know all about God. And somehow he misses that hour of visitation, and he doesn't even do Jesus, the Messiah, the common courtesies of that day. Why? Because knowledge and seniority alone, it breeds familiarity. When Jesus comes to Simon's house, there's no kiss of greeting, there's no washing of feet, there's no oil for his head. See, how do we recognize this type of attitude in ourselves? How many of you would agree with me that there could be times that Jesus, his presence, decides to visit Living Waters Fellowship, and if we're not careful, our knowledge and our feeling like we've been serving God for so long can actually become a hindrance to honoring his presence when he's here with us? How many of you would agree with that? Well, how can I realize if this attitude lives in me? One way we can recognize it is if you care more about how we worship than who we worship. Right? I mean, to flag or not to flag, hey, it shouldn't be an option. Shouldn't be an issue when Jesus is in the building. Because when he's actually in the building, you're a lot more concerned about who you're worshiping than how we're worshiping. Well, I like the old hymns. Well, I like the new worship stuff. Let me tell you something. When Jesus is in the building,